$1,000 bribe in a 2024 sting operation. Apparently, the FBI has video of him accepting this bribe, and they have him on tape. And George Stephanopoulos asked Vice President J.D. Vance about it, to which point J.D. Vance kind of went off on him. And then George Stephanopoulos said, we're going to be cutting to commercial because I don't like you. That's not exactly what he said, but that's kind of the tenor.
Oh, pretty close.
Yeah, take a listen to this.
I don't know what tape you're referring to, George. I saw media reports that Tom Homan accepted a bribe. There's no evidence of that. And here's, George, why fewer and fewer people watch your program and why you're losing credibility. Because you're talking for now 5 minutes with the Vice President of the United States about this story regarding Tom Homan, a story that I've read about, but I don't even know the video that you're talking about. Meanwhile, low-income women can't get food because the Democrats and Chuck Schumer have shut down the government. Right now, we're trying to figure out how to pay our troops because Chuck Schumer has shut down the government. You are focused on a bogus story. You're insinuating criminal wrongdoing against a guy who has done nothing wrong instead of focusing on the fact that our country is struggling because our government's shut down. Let's talk about the real issues, George. I think the American people would benefit much more from that than from you going down some weird left-wing rabbit hole where the facts clearly show that Tom Homan didn't engage in any criminal wrongdoing.
It's not a weird left-wing rabbit hole. I didn't insinuate anything. I asked you whether Tom Homan accepted $50,000, as was heard on an audio tape recorded by the FBI in September 2024, and you did not answer the question. Thank you for your time this morning.
No, George, I said that I don't.
Up next, we'll be right back.
Totally cuts him off.
Oh, completely cutting him off.
Yeah, that's not great. George Stephanopoulos, not great.
Well, he does have prior experience with the Trump administration and J.D. Vance being part of the Trump administration.
What do you mean?
Well, he's got experience with Trump because he lost like $16 million to President Trump on a lawsuit that was settled about a year ago or so, or less than a year ago. So I think he's kind of keeping that in mind, trying not to walk the fine line of not getting sued again.
Yeah, well.
Which we don't know that he would or would not have gotten sued for this, but you never know.
Yeah. And by the way, I thought that question, that topic to me seemed kind of a little bit unfair because 2024, J.D. Vance wasn't in power, wasn't working with Tom Homan.
Right.
A, and B, even if he was, J.D. Vance is not in charge of Tom Homan and Tom Homan's department, so why are they even asking him about it? That's like asking, the local police department why the local candy store is closing down. Yeah, you can ask them those questions, but they're not really in a position of authority to speak about it in any discernibly useful way. So it just kind of seemed like he was cornering him for the sake of cornering him.
He was insinuating when he said he wasn't insinuating.
What was he? Oh, I didn't.
He was insinuating the story about Homan.
Well, he asked about it. I don't know. Insinuating.
Saying that the FBI had the video of him accepting $50,000 in cash.
Well, I think they do. They do have that video. The question is whether or not it was a bribe. I saw it. They released it. The question is whether or not it was a bribe, which I don't think there's evidence yet to suggest it was a bribe. And B, Homan said, no, this was for official business. So the question isn't whether or not he had it. My understanding of the debate, the question is whether or not it was for official business, right?
Right. Well, I also had heard that he did not accept it, and that was according to the press office of the White House.
Right. Well, I mean, if you hand me your phone, I'm not accepting your phone. I'm just holding it, right? So if there was some official,
you and that you might be accepting it and taking it.
Yeah. Well, once I turn around and start booking it, yeah, I guess.
Yeah.
But the point though is that despite the fact that J.D. Vance was kind of cornered with this question,
yeah,
what an eloquent answer. Seriously.
Oh, very eloquent answer.
Super well spoken. And hearing stuff like this, I really foresee President J.D. Vance, at least presidential nominee J.D. Vance, at the very least.
I think he could have a very strong possibility of winning.
Yeah, when Trump picked him as his running mate, I was super critical. I thought it was a really dumb thing. But boy, howdy, I have never been more happy to be proven wrong because J.D. Vance does not leave it at home.
He does not mince words.
No, he doesn't. He brings it all in every single time. And even this far into the Trump's presidency, he's not slowing down. This isn't something like, because some candidates, some politicians, they're good at campaigning, not really good at leading. And that's an issue I think we have. J.D. Vance doesn't have that issue. He was a great campaigner, and he's been doing a great job at leading, too. So I've been very impressed with J.D. Vance's performance.
I think that there's a strong possibility maybe somebody like J.D. Vance versus AOC for the presidency in 2028.
Yeah, it's
would
possible.
Not surprise me in the least.
And then they would probably fall madly in love with each other, I imagine.
I don't. Well, it might be with AOC, but I don't think J.D. Vance would be that way because he's already happily married.
J.D.'s dashing. What is he have blue eyes or he has brown eyes, right?
I don't have his picture.
His dashing brown eyes, his gorgeous beard and hair.
Yeah, they look brown.
Are they brown? All right.
They look brown.
KZRG News Time, 8:52.
KZRG's Big Three on News Talk, KZRG.
Number 3.
The war is over. The living Israeli hostages released. After 2 years, they are now reunited with their families. But the question of the remains of the deceased hostages still looms. Israel's holding Hamas accountable for those remains if they are not returned.
Number 2.
A controversial announcement as the Philadelphia schoolteacher's death has been ruled a suicide, despite the fact that her body was found with 20 stab wounds to her back, neck, and head, and the knife was found protruding from her chest. What kind of Clinton kill-less suicide is this?
Number 1.
The price of gold continues to go up after hitting a record high of $4,000 an ounce last week. Silver has also hit an all-time high of $50 an ounce. Call it a gold rush.
By the way, I just want to issue a self-correction here because I said something and I was questioning it. I had seen a video of a sting operation. It wasn't Homan. So I did see like a cash handoff sting operation video the FBI released. Wasn't Homan. It was a different one.
Oh, okay.
And the reason why that was in the news is because people were drawing connections to the Homan thing. So, no, I don't think they released the actual video of Homan allegedly taking that bribe. What I had saw was something different. So I just wanted to issue that correction. If ever we get something wrong, just let us know. KZRG News Time, 8:53.
Now, the KZRG question of the day on News Talk, KZRG.
Trump says the Israel-Hamas war is over. What are your thoughts? You think so? We want to know. Go to KZRG's Facebook page, News.KZRG on Facebook, or leave us an open mic message. You can play it live here on News.KZRG. Play it on air. Have your voice across the 4 states. Coming up, Chris Plant at 9. Clay Travis and Buck Sexton at 11. Clay and Buck are going to be joined live this morning by Eric Trump. We're going to be talking to him about Eric's new book on News.KZRG. Good morning.
Here's your KZRG forecast. Saw a little bit of rain on Monday. Looks like, as for now, pretty decent shot.
Good morning, everybody. No, we're not on, are we? I don't know. But hey, thanks for hanging out. Appreciate it. We'll talk to you tomorrow.